All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Awesome Games Done Quick 2018! AGDQ 2018 is a week-long charity event benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. We're going to be speedrunning games 24 hours a day for you all week long. And through your generous donations last year, we were able to raise over $2 million. Woo-hoo! And I, for one, am sure that we can do it again. All right, we're going to get into the action soon, but first we want to take a moment just to break it all down for you here. I'm JHobz, and with me are Protomagicalgirl and SpikeVegeta, and let's get right into it. I got the schedule in front of me, and the first thing I'm kind of noticing here is a lot of races we got going on, almost every single night even. Spike, you had one you really wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I'm actually going to kick it off with Wednesday morning. It's actually going to be the Batman NES race. This game is absolutely incredible to watch, and it's by not just the first, but the top 2 players in the world. Both of them, of course, from Sweden. I swear, it's like their national sport. They're really fast at Batman for the NES.
I was in Sweden before coming here. They play Batman in the streets. It's ridiculous.
So you picked up the game,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
All right.
I have world record.
Speedruns by the end of the week. Oh, okay, well, okay, we have the second and third best players in the world then for Batman NES. We got Dexter, who this is his 3rd appearance of running Batman. Truly is Batman at AGDQ, has always put on great performances. And we got him taking on Andy Sweet, one of the emerging, just great all-time NES speedrunners. Last year in his race with Garrus of DuckTales, he won that race by 1 second. That's about what I'm expecting this year. Their PBs are separated by 1 second. 2 best players in the world. Gonna be hype Wednesday morning.
And if you need any more incentive to watch this awesome Batman race, it's a Sunsoft game. Amazing music, fantastic graphic. It is a feast for the senses, played as fast as possible Monday, what was it?
Wednesday.
Wednesday morning.
Speaking of
the schedule.
Monday,
Don't listen to what we say. All right.
Speaking of Monday, though, on Monday night, we are going to be seeing Mega Man X Any%, a 3-way race. Now, at last AGDQ 2017, we did Mega Man X 100%. I was actually backstage helping with the audio tech. We had to turn down the master volume of the entire event every time the crowd cheered because they were that into it. So I think that this race is going to be a lot of fun. It's been a while since we've seen Mega Man X Any% at a GDQ. Since then, we have a new route, new glitches, and new competitive players. The 3 racers that we're going to be seeing Monday night are within 4 seconds of each other on the leaderboards.
Whoa.
So it is going to be incredible competition.
This race has a lot of great storylines to it. Not only are the players within 4 seconds of one another, you've also got, let's just go through each of them. I'll take Walrus Prime. This guy, one of the best Mega Man X players in the world, has the current 100% world record, here to compete. Last year in the 100% 4-way race, he took 4th place, unfortunately. Very disappointed in his performance. He'll tell you that himself. I look for him to have a big bounce back in this race.
Yeah, but I don't know. Tokyo 90 is the one that I'm keeping my eye on because at SGDQ, just last SGDQ, he lost the Mega Man X2 race. Came in 4th place in that one, so you know he's going to be out for blood.
Okay, yeah, but if either of them want to win, they're going to have to make it past the undefeated Mega Man X champion at GDQ, Colonel Fatso, the king of Buster Only and the underdog winner of the Mega Man X2 race. Look forward to that action on Monday night.
The world heavyweight champion, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump to Wednesday night, where we've got one of my absolute favorite speed games of all time, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. This is potentially one of the greatest 4-way races of all time building up to it. We have the 1, 2, 3, and 4th ranked players in the world in Any% Warpless, the category we're bringing to you guys. This is a great speed game because there's so much multitasking going on, including just moving Yoshi across the screen very quickly and having to balance, also throwing eggs all over the place with your projectiles. What I love about this race is that until the race is over, it will not truly be over. Let's take 5-4 skip. A skip that you guys, last time you saw this would have been SGDQ 2015, run by Trihex, where you have to go over this auto-scroller section, skip by it, by hitting all these 3-frame flutters all the way across. You drop one, you're dead. Now these players are not only gonna have to do it live in front of the audience, having that sort of pressure, now it's in a race. So if they drop it and die, they're probably losing the race. This race will not be over until the very end. Gonna be super hype Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, but if you want to talk about hard execution, I want to talk about Ori and the Blind Forest on Thursday night, okay? This is going to be incredible. The execution does not stop for this entire run, all right? Down to the last trick in the game, which is frame perfect and can possibly cause a soft lock.
Oh, yeah.
They really got to stay on top of the ball. Now, this is actually a game that is kind of a night of firsts for GDQ. It's the first four-way HD race at a GDQ, the first four-way PC race, the first four-way indie race, the first four-way race with an American, 2 Canadians, and a Scotsman, probably.
Wait, so who's the American?
Villagin.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're screwed. Hi, Villagin. Hey, buddy.
Anyways, okay, all right, moving on. I want to talk about the greatest relay in the history of games done quick.
EnviroBear.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the second greatest relay in the history of games done quick.
That's right.
Friday night's classic Mega Man relay. We're going to see 4 teams squaring off in Mega Man 1 all stages, Mega Man 2 normal, and Mega Man 3 any percent. Now, this is the first time there's been a classic Mega relay at a GDQ, but make no mistake, the classic Mega community, we've been doing relays for years. We've been doing them on our own, Mega Man's 1 through 10, giant all-day spectacle, and the people who are going to be here on the biggest stage in speedrunning to do this relay for you guys are the cream of the crop. They are runners from all over the world, from Germany, from Sweden, from Brazil, from Japan, from Norway, you name it. All of them are going to be on the stage Friday night to compete in the ultimate jump, shoot, sliding game relay that you will ever see.
And I'm just going to go ahead and keep the ball rolling when it comes to four-way races, because right after that, we've got, on Saturday night, Super Mario World, no cape, no Star World, okay? Now, a lot of people, when you ask them about Super Mario World, they'll first say, well, that's my favorite game of all time.
Sure.
But then
Yeah,
they'll
of course.
also admit, you know, the cape was a little OP, okay? You could fly over a lot of the levels. Maybe the speedrun isn't as hard as it always looks. But in this one, they can't use the cape at all. Not in this category.
Wait, no cape? You can beat the game without the cape.
So I've been told, and man, I hope so.
That'll be a little awkward on Saturday if I
Okay.
don't, but
Not only that, though, we actually have some really great international representation in this race. We've got Sten coming all the way from down under in Australia, and then we've got Calco coming up from Chile.
Yo, Calco? Calco is a beast. He's going to be throwing down in the Super Mario race and in the Yoshi's Island race. He has a top time in both of the categories that he's going to be racing. And if anyone wants to wrestle those first place from him on those nights, they're going to have to fight for it, because Calco is an incredible speedrunner.
Yeah.
So I am so looking forward to seeing him on the big stage.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see how Calco can perform on the big stage in two high-pressure situations. But we want to change gears a little bit here now, and I'm going to talk about kind of a theme that we saw in video games from 2017. Okay, we saw a lot of new games that were really modern takes on retro games. Why don't we just go across the board from stuff you see on the schedule?
yeah, I'm gonna take this one first. I mentioned it on this very stage, SGDQ 2017 Sonic Mania, ladies
Called
and
it.
gentlemen. This game, yes, thank you. You should clap for that, because that game is awesome. Thank you. We have a smart audience in the crowd today. Sonic Mania, this is not only an amazing casual game, super fun, lots of references and stuff, and just really well done gameplay. It's also an amazing, amazing speed game. You've got, and kind of what makes it that way, you've got the Sonic plus Tails category today. With Sonic, he gives you this new technique exclusive to Sonic Mania called the drop dash. What that allows you to do, you know, Sonic always wanted to be both a 2D platformer, but also go really, really fast the entire time. With the drop dash, basically when you're in the air, you can already charge a spin dash effectively and rev up and go as soon as you hit the ground. So any slowish platforming segments, all of a sudden it's just go, go, go the entire time. So Sonic brings that, and Tails, with the addition of him, lots of cool skips within levels, including even some boss skips. This is an amazingly dynamic run. Make sure you guys check it out tomorrow afternoon, Monday afternoon.
I'm really excited for Sonic Mania, but I think my pick for this kind of theme has got to be coming up tonight, actually, is Blaster Master Zero on the Nintendo Switch, going to be run by Scavenger216. So if you played the original Blaster Master, this game really plays on your expectations. It starts off, it looks like Blaster Master 1. As you progress through the 8 areas, though, it starts to slowly diverge, and you get to the end, and boom, spoiler alert, there's a bonus 9th area at the end, just completely throwing you for a loop. This game does a really great job of kind of appreciating the mechanical essence of Blaster Master while adding new variety. For example, the wall climber from Blaster Master, it's back, but don't despair because it actually works this time. With the technology on the Nintendo Switch, they can make wall climbing that works.
You're lying. You're lying.
I'm not
That's not
lying.
true.
It's incredible. And along with this run, we are actually going to be doing a character choice bid war. You, with your money, can choose what character Scav will play as, which will, you know, be among some Nintendo Switch greats like Shantae, Gunvolt, and more. Completely changes the gameplay outside of the Sophia. And you can find information on that at gamesdonequick.com.
All right, but I want to take this one to the Dark Souls of 2017. That's right, Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Now, Crash is not only a great run, but the runner for this game has been practicing out of his mind, okay? He's incredibly skilled, and he's been putting in all the hours he can. And you know what? He's pretty handsome to boot, I'd say. I don't even want to say anything more about it because we've got Blechy on the couch with the runner of our first game, JHobz. Take it away, Blechy.
You're JHobz.
Well, he said he'd be here. Where is he? This is games done quick, not interviews done unprofessionally.
Are you gonna ask me any questions?
Yeah, I got questions. Question one, why are you late?
I had to do the pre-show, man.
Listen, you may be handsome, you may be skilled, but fast, really?
I like to think I'm pretty fast, you know?
Are you gonna be this late in your speed run?
Well, no, I mean...
Are you gonna go over estimate, yes or no?
No.
I want you to look all those viewers in their wide-angle lenses and tell them that you won't go over estimate.
But I don't...
Tell them you won't go over estimate.
I won't go over estimate.
Okay. Let's get this interview started. JHobz, please tell me what it's like to be the opener for AGDQ 2018.
Well, until a minute ago, I was pretty excited about it. I mean, at this point, I just don't think I want to mess up. I don't want you to be mad at me, Blechy.
You know I can't be mad at you. What do you think it is that made them choose this game for the opener of AGDQ?
Well, I think it's just got a lot of great qualities. It's a brand new game, you know, and it may be a remake, but none of the speed tech that we're going to see in this run is from the original for the most part, right? There are so many really cool, new, unique mechanics in the game that make it super fast.
And in all seriousness, what do you think your final time will be?
I don't know. I've been putting in the time. You know what? Let's go for gold. I'm going to go world record on stage, 56:50. Yeah.
That's a good time. That's a good time.
56:50.
I think I'm going to go 56:51. Get Bob Barkard.
I didn't know this was a competition, man.
It is now. And tell me, are there any incentives you're particularly hoping get met?
Yeah, I think if everyone donated to Save Rosh and we got behind that, that'd be a pretty cool one, you know?
Yeah, that would be a pretty cool one. Sure, it'd be a shame if everyone instead donated to Kill Rosh. Hashtag crush the dream. All right, well, thank you for the interview. Go ahead and get back up there. I know you'll do great.
All right, wild card, switch it to blue. Uno.
Oh, heck.
What do you do about
Okay.
it?
All right. Skip, reverse, skip, and now I play the magic card, Pot of Greed, which lets me draw 2 cards from the deck into my hand.
What's happening? You can still see me on screen. Is that me on the... I don't... Whatever.
All right.
Hey, JHobz.
Thank you, Blechy, for that interview. All right. Let's get back into it. I guess we kind of had a break there. But
Sure.
The first thing I'm seeing is, you know, GDQ has a deep history of really difficult challenges on the big stage, right? Really difficult categories, I would say. And this year is no exception, all right? So let's each kind of take one. Tell me about a difficult category that you see on the schedule.
You say difficult, I'm gonna say impossible, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about Donkey Kong Country. Seems like a pretty, yeah, you know,
It's not
easy
that bad.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. You go to the left side of the screen, to the right side of the screen, you jump on some enemies, you get some bananas, everyone goes home happy. No, the category will be hopefully running for you guys, if you donate for it, because it's a bonus category tomorrow, will be Donkey Kong Country Reverse Boss Order.
Wait,
If there is ever, but thank you one guy who knows what I'm talking about. If there is ever, he is hype. If there has ever been a category that shouldn't exist, it is reverse boss order for Donkey Kong Country. My favorite aspect about this, and I am quoting directly from Void's pitch on GamesDoneQuick.com, the run is extremely risky and has lots of opportunity for soft locks. Games committee saw that and they were like, oh yeah, put that in. Sounds marathon safe. It's gonna be super hype, guys. It's gonna be amazing to see how he's even able to do it. Check it out, reverse boss order.
Okay. I think my pick for this category has to be something kind of unassuming. Let's talk Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior here in the US. The category is just called any percent. Now, any percent is any percent is any percent, but then you look at the estimate, it's 40 minutes. You should not be completing an RPG like Dragon Quest in 40 minutes.
Ow.
Now, if you've watched GDQs in the past, you might have seen Task Block, in which you might have heard a term called total control, which is basically taking complete control of a game from the inside, something that a computer can do. But on Wednesday afternoon, Ness Cardinality is going to be doing that in real time, just with a controller. Every step he takes, every menu, every fight, everything is one giant randomness manipulation, and the whole time, he's going to be so ridiculously underleveled that one false move throws the run down the tubes. So watch every moment of that run. It is a masterpiece of a speed run, and I'm so excited for that on Wednesday afternoon.
Wow. I mean, that's going to be cool, but I think I got a better one. I want to talk about Punch-Out. You know, I want to talk about not just Punch-Out. I want to talk about Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and Super Punch-Out. I know I'm cheating, right? I'm picking two games.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not cheating because these two games are going to be completed at the same time.
No way.
Now, we all know Sinister's, blindfolded Punch-Out run from GDQ history, right? Amazing run. What a display of skill. Zallard has upped the game, all right? He's going to be playing both Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and Super Punch-Out at the same time using one controller. Wow. Why is this even possible? Okay? And that's all there is to say about it. The debate's over. I win that one, all right?
Yeah, all right, fine. Okay.
Yeah. Good pick. All right.
All right,
something else I can say.
We've talked about a few broad topics so far, but let's go ahead and slow down a little bit, okay? I want to talk about two in particular experiments that the GDQ staff decided to run this time around. And the first one is something that took the speedrunning world by storm in 2017 in the Link to the Past randomizer. Now, for those... See?
I expected one on that.
Storm.
Yeah.
For the uninitiated, Proto, what is a randomizer?
Okay, yeah, so a randomizer is basically a program that takes one of your favorite old games and shuffles around locations, doors, enemies, items, you name it. In Link to the Past randomizer, we're gonna see the pendants, the crystals, the chests, and the location of the starting sword and more get shuffled around for our runners.
And what I think is really cool about that is that you get to see the amazing amount of game knowledge that our runners have when it comes to Link to the Past. Because it takes a wide breadth of knowledge to even be able to complete a randomizer, let alone do it in a speed run, let alone do it in a race scenario on the big stage. These runners need to know if I pick up an item like the hammer, that's gonna potentially lead me to Swamp, or I can go to any other location that is open by the hammer, and they need to make decisions on the fly, have these long decision trees that will really help them decide where to go on the fly. Now, the other thing about it is that there are these tricks that haven't been in the any percent route for 5 years or more that are now brought back because the route is so random with a randomizer that they're almost randomizer exclusive tricks at this point. Sure.
Yeah, it really reminds me of the mystery tournament we did at the last AGDQ where we took a bunch of runners and we gave them games that they had never seen before and had to play them fast, even not knowing a thing about them.
I like drawing the comparison to Mystery Tournament because it is similar in a way that, these players, they don't know what's going to be in front of them. Every time they open a chest, it's going to be a surprise to them just as much as it is to the audience. But make no mistake, unlike the Mystery Tournament, both these players are very, very good at Link to the Past.
Very true.
Andy and Christos Owen, these are guys that have been playing the game for 5+ years themselves, speedrunning it. And like Hobbs said, you might have to pull back on tricks that have been outdated for many years. They will know those tricks. They will be able to call on that breadth of knowledge that they have. I'm super excited for you guys to get to see this, something that the speedrunning community has been in love with, all the speed gaming channels. It's been super hype all year. Now, I also want to jump into the other thing you alluded to, this experiment. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever on the GDQ stage, we will be having a live tutorial showcase.
Yes,
that is
I'm so excited.
All of us here at this table, we are super excited for. I've been wanting them to do it for years. Our good friend, Darkman78, will be showing Jimmy Poopins, our other good friend, how to speedrun through Strider for the NES.
Yo, Strider? Walls are just a suggestion in Strider. That game is wonderful. I love it.
Exactly, and I think that's what makes it such a good choice for this, because you look at the game at home, you might say like, oh, it's this glitchy mess of a video game that, you know, they're gonna be doing zips all over the place, all these crazy tricks. The game can be beaten in under 5 minutes. This is probably like a high-level speedrun that I at home, I couldn't do. No, in 45 minutes or less or your money back. Don't actually give them money back. You can't get your donations back. But you will do, Jimmy will be able to completely learn all the run and all those tricks and do a run in front of you guys, all being taught by Darkman.
And you might be wondering at home, you know, how can you be sure that this is possible, right? Every student's different after all. Let me tell you, Darkman is an experienced teacher. He has taught over 50 people Strider in the practice rooms of GDQs, and there are now generations of Strider runners who have learned from people who have learned from people who have learned from people who learned from Darkman.
Jimmy's gonna teach me afterwards. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, and what I really like about this run is that it really shows the accessibility of speedrunning. You know, I see people all the time talking about like, oh, this speedrunning thing, it's so cool, it's so wonderful, I could never do this, and that's so not true. There's an adage in the speedrunning community that goes, anyone can Strider, but I think this Strider tutorial is really gonna show that anyone can speedrun.
Definitely, absolutely. Couldn't agree more, and we're gonna go ahead and take a little break here for a moment to talk about some of the prizes you have a chance to actually win during this entire week. And I'm just gonna throw it to Proto because you had the grand prize in mind.
Yeah, so let me start by saying you can win all sorts of things all week long. Keep up on GamesDoneQuick.com. You can win perlers, plushies, soundtracks, artwork, you name it. It is in the like secret storeroom of prizes. We have so much stuff for you. And our grand prize that JHobz alluded to, you can win for if you donate $150 cumulative over the course of the week, a PlayStation 4, an Xbox One, and a Nintendo Switch. The entire 8th generation of consoles could be yours just for giving money to charity.
All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
You know what? That's really good.
Yeah.
I own 2 of those and I want that prize.
Don't forget, folks, if you want all the latest information when it comes to prizes, go to GamesDoneQuick.com. You can also donate there, and please keep those donations rolling throughout the week. All right, we are almost out of time here, so it's time for everybody's favorite segment, the lightning round. We thought we would do something a little different this year, okay? So we're going to be taking questions from Twitter for the lightning round. We asked some people ahead of time, and we've got a few prepared here, so I'm just gonna jump right into the first one. The first one comes from the Darkman78, who, hey Darkman, I mean, he's right over there. He says, what game in the Awful Block is your most ridiculous pick? Just go across.
Okay. I have to go with the best video game rendition of the most wonderful love story in the world between a cruise ship and an iceberg. Titanic.
Titanic?
No, Titanic with an E. It's an artistic choice.
What?
All right, I'll take that and I will up it 1 because it's 2 games. I'm giving you a block within the Awful Block. That's the Mike Uyama block, ladies and gentlemen. He speedruns such great games, he gets his own block. He's gonna be doing Subterranea and Ernest Evans back-to-back. My favorite part about this is he thinks these are good video games. He doesn't know why he's there. What an idiot, right? JHobz, what you got?
Animorphs. All right, next question. So our next question comes from the Darkman78. Can we get one from not Darkman78, please? He says, what bid war are you most looking forward to? I've got it right in front of me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and kick this one off. I'm pretty excited for the character bid war for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep on the 1.5 plus 2.5 HD Remix Collection played on the PlayStation 4 Professional Edition. Boom.
Okay, I think my pick for this has got to be for Covert Muffins, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy run. This was alluded to earlier. The bid war to save or kill Rosh. Now, Rosh is your equal parts lovable and murderable sidekick, and with your money, your very own money, you can choose to kill Rosh or to kill Rosh.
I'm sorry, this is the greatest bid war of all time. I'm going to EnviroBear. Going back to Awful Block, this is a 5-person relay, and only 4 of them are at the event.
Wait, what?
With your follow me on this one. With your donation dollars at home, you can pick that fifth player between such awful games greats as Author Blues, Linkums, Keyzeron, and Brosentia.
No, come on. All right,
greatest bid war of all time.
Let's move on to the next one, okay? We've got another question from @NotDarkman78.
I mean, that is what you asked for.
That's true, that's true. He asks, we got a lot of different Marios at this GDQ. Which one are you looking forward to?
Woods.
You want to elaborate? No? All right. I'm going to go with Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, right? Pretty fun RPG, cool game.
Yeah. I've got to go with, it's one of my childhood favorites, Super Mario Land 2, my first ever Game Boy game. Everybody loves the Star Song. We're going to be, bobbing our heads. That's going to be great.
Okay. How about Wario Land 4, right? It's like Mario Land, but it's Wario and it's the fourth one.
Yeah, I can tell you did a lot of research on that one.
Yeah.
How about Princess Rescue? I know we're getting a little obscure here, but Darbian's going to be doing the run. One of the all-time great speedrunners. It's going to be super cool. Make sure to check that.
Woods!
What is Woods?
It's Wario's Woods. It's puzzle, stacky, Tetris attack, like where you have a physical character that you move on the board to place things. It's pretty neat.
All right, I can dig it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I'll watch it.
Let's go to our next question. This one is from the Darkman79.
Oh, come on, man. You didn't even try on that one.
Anyway, he asks, how many times do you think JHobz will die in his run? Can we get a real question?
17, at least 17.
Definitely at least 17. Boosh.
I hate all of my coworkers.
Love you too.
All right, last question comes from @TotallyAnon78, which is probably the least anonymous name I've ever heard. And he asks, on a scale from 1 to 10, how much have you liked all of these Twitter questions, Proto?
10 out of 10, for sure.
Spike.
Great.
78 out of 10. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go with 1 out of 10, okay? 1 out of 10, Darkman. I was not a fan of that previous question, all right? 1 out of 10. All right, that's all the time we got, folks. So be sure to check out gamesdonequick.com for all the latest information, as well as for your donations, all right? Now, I got to kind of get ready for my run, and it really seems like I should probably get out of here. Matt, can you take it away? Matt, please.
I guess I have to. Welcome, everyone, to Awesome Games Done Quick 2018. And we're coming to you live from Herndon, Virginia, and powered by Twitch. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sponsors. And we have a lot of sponsors here with us, helping us today. They've helped both with donations to the charity and also with services at the event. So we've got, of course, The Yeti with their great shirts, Humble Bundle with their great games, Fangamer with their awesome posters and pins, Devolver Digital, and Super Meat Boy, Annapurna, Bandai Namco Entertainment, World 9 Gaming, of course, with all of their equipment back there, Tokyo Attack with their arcade equipment, same with MagFest, and of course, Support Class doing the amazing layouts you see on the screen. All right. Yeah, really impressive stuff. And before I kick it off here, I want to hand it over to Jan Bresch at Prevent Cancer Foundation. She wants to tell you a little bit about the charity.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you to all of the Games Done Quick crew. This year has gotten even more amazing than every year. I think you guys do an awesome job, but you just keep building and building and building. The money that you're raising here is affecting lives not only nationally, but now internationally. We are providing community grants to communities across the U.S. and internationally that are providing free services, both screening and education, to the most vulnerable populations. We're also now, we've moved out of our level from just prevention and early detection to this year we're funding a major grant in the early treatment of lung cancer. It's an international grant, first time we're doing this, and it has great possibilities for the treatment of lung cancer. In addition to, we're funding physicians and technicians around the world who are leaving their small villages and going to major medical institutions and getting hands-on training one-on-one. We also this year, with Games Done Quick funding, funded a community program where doctors from MD Anderson and a major center in Brazil are flying into Mozambique for 2 weeks, doing extensive training and diagnostics in Mozambique. And while they're doing the treatment, they're also teaching doctors how to do it as well. So it's not just a screening, but they're also teaching people how to do breast cancer surgery or colonoscopies. So, I mean, it is an amazing thing that you're doing. You're touching lives all across the U.S. and internationally, and we can't be more thankful for what you're doing.
Thank you, Jan. And if we can get JHobz in here. Oh, hey, there he is. Hey. Oh, we do have a runner. All right. He's a little late, but I think he'll be able to handle it. All right, guys. I think we're ready to kick things off. Everything look good?
Yeah, let's just get my couch over here real fast. Whoa. Come on up, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think the couch is red this time, guys. Thanks, fan.
Thank you, fan.
All right, now we all ready to go?
Got a little bit of loading.
I thought we were ready, dude.
Almost ready.
It's almost like we were on the pre-show.
Yeah.
It's gonna put us over estimate?
Maybe. No.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Give me a thumbs up.
Modern gaming, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
How about them loading screens? Come on, keep it 5 more minutes and it's ready.
All right.
Modern games, am I right? All right. Okay, guys. From 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right. So this is Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. This is a PS4 game, and I am JHobz, as you might have heard. This is SpikeVegeta, and on the couch are 2 fantastic runners of this game and every game on this trilogy, Rico, KSB, and Roach, 788. So right off the bat, we're playing Crash 3 here, and in Crash 3, they have levels that are designed specifically for Coco. Now, Vicarious Visions, when they made this remake, they were pretty faithful for the most part, but they like to add a little bit of content. So the first thing they did was they made it so that you can play as Coco in pretty much any level. And picking her up at the beginning like that is going to actually save us a little bit of time when we have to play as Coco coming up later on. The first level I went into here is Under Pressure. You can actually do the levels in any order within each warp zone. Under Pressure is a water level that is... Spike can really talk about it best.
I am so bad at the water levels in this game. Or we can just say the whole game. The technique you're going to be seeing Hobbs do right here is that you've got both this spin and he's also got these little flutter kicks that he's doing where he's going to be alternating between the 2 of them to both go fast, but the flutter kicks actually give him a little bit more control as he goes. So he's constantly ending those spins a little bit early. Now, like you're going to see throughout this entire run, it's all about cycles. Pick up this car right here. It's a little bit faster, mainly just so he can blast through a couple of enemies and boxes along the way. He's going to hold it right about to here.
Yeah, and I just wanted to make this cycle, so I was able to make a few mistakes there early on. Now, I might lose a massacre. Didn't lose it. That was very close. I'm going to skip this watercraft after that because it's just slightly faster to do so. Now, my cycles are going to be a little off because I had some trouble getting out of there, but looks like the shark is going to play nice